In today's video, we're going to talk about the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe because now the writer's strike is over. There is like a gazillion stories coming out about what is happening with the future of the MCU, although they still can't actually shoot anything or get the cameras rolling because there's this little thing called an actor's strike going on, which means Deadpool 3 has now been pushed, most likely won't hit 2024. There's even wild rumors that they're going to start shooting Spider-Man 4 next year with Tom Holland, but there's an actor's strike go. Yeah, I get it. Eventually, the actor's strike will end, but I think it's fascinating how this information's coming out during an actor's strike when they can't do anything. I mean, sure, they can write stuff and they do pre-production if you like, but no movie's going into pre-production because they don't know when they can actually physically shoot. And Disney and Marvel might waste a lot of money, but they're not going to start pre-production and start setting things up ready for something to shoot when they've got no idea. So we're going to go over a lot of different subjects in this video. Spider-Man 4, Fantastic Four movie, Deadpool 3, and Secret Wars. I'm not one of these channels that's going to make a 10-minute video just to talk about something that can be spoken about in 2 minutes. What your boy War Stew, War Drizzy, the iconic legendary voice, does. I'll break everything down in a slightly longer video. So, what is freaking good YouTube voice you have? You are new around here? Make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture based content that I try to cover on the daily basis. You could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below. Are you bored with Marvel? Based on the current comments, I think a lot of you are. Are you hyped for the future of the Marvel? Check us out on Instagram at WarStew to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter, WarStewG. Right, firstly, we're going to talk about something that I keep seeing recurring on the internet. It's been taken massively out of context. So there's this book called The Reign of the MCU. You can also get it in podcast format. Very interesting, goes over phase 1, 2, 3, 4, and what Marvel's currently doing with the multiversal saga. But the problem is, a lot of people are taking out a few quotes out of context. So, in this book, it says, Kevin Feige might just bring back characters and actors that you thought were impossible and are dead in the MCU. And some people are taking stuff out of context. It does not say Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow are returning forever. Yet, I'm grateful that you guys do tag me in things. So I get sent a bunch of stuff. Robert Downey Jr. is returning long term. Oh, right. Marvel ain't got that kind of money. They ain't paying that kind of money. Do you realize how much Robert Downey Jr. made in Infinity War and in Endgame? And to literally appear in Spider-Man Far From Home for a tiny amount of time. They ain't throwing that kind of money around. So I get it. You need your clicks, and I get it. But get this, Robert Downey Jr. is returning for the next 10 years out of your head. There is more chance of Henry Cavill's Superman becoming the next Superman again in the DCU than there is of Robert Downey Jr. returning outside of cameos and outside of maybe little roles of Secret Wars. I'm a very different channel. You kind of get what I think. I don't sugarcoat. I don't tell you what you want to hear. I tell you what you freaking need to hear. So, the Fantastic Four movie. Very interesting. Because out of all the movies at the moment, the Fantastic Four director is coming out saying things left, right, and center. So, as we know, the leader of the Fantastic Four has always and should always be Reed Richards. If it ain't broke, don't break it. But the most recent reports are suggesting they want to make Sue Storm, his wife, if you like, an equal partner and an equal lead, and she's gonna make the rest of the cast look bad. I don't know whether to believe that or not. The recent success of the Barbie movie with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling starring as Ken could be interesting. It banked $1 billion. It's the only Warner Bros. Movie that's made money in the last 10 years. I'm joking. Actually, that's probably true. So, The Marvels is coming out, starring 3 females. That movie could bang $1 billion, but will it? I don't know. I feel like if that movie doesn't bang, Kevin Feige's going to change his plan with the uprise of the female character. Yeah, I get it. There's female characters in comics, but predominantly superhero movies are male-orientated. It's fact. Comment me down below. So a recent report has come out from your favorite, not insider that likes to make up stuff on Twitter for clicks, and then you look at the origin of the source, and it's not even this account. So, Galactus Herald in the MCU Fantastic Four reboot will be a woman. Okay, cool story, bro. Well, there has been female heralds in the comics. But wish you, you don't know yeah, that's why I do a little bit of research before I start recording. But if you actually look at the origin of when this came out, it's not even their scoop. It's like they've stole something from back in 2019. So, a story came out back in 2019 that stated, Fantastic Four, Galactus Tyrant. And what did this actually say? This is years ago. Galactus Silver Surfer coming to the MCU in a Fantastic Four movie. But what's actually interesting is this went on to say, Galactus is coming. There is nothing about Tyrant in the immediate plans. They are going with the Silver Surfer, then Frankie Ray. Interesting. And then you look at the information that's literally just come out. It was posted recently. I don't always cover Marvel every day. Fantastic Four movie, Galactus has a female herald. Now, of course, there is this kind of space of the internet that will go, oh, Marvel's going woke or going broke. I'm like, there has been female herald. Also, a lot of these kind of people don't understand that heralds aren't just Silver Surfer. There's multiple. There's the Fallen One, Invisible Boy, Air Walker, Redshift, Fire Lord, Nova, Stardust, Morg. But obviously, the most famous herald is always going to be the Silver Surfer. But a lot of people don't do any kind of external research. So, according to this article, it does orientate back to Lords of the Long Box back in 2019. And that rumor back there said Frankie Ray is going to be introduced in the Fantastic Four movie as the herald after the Silver Surfer leaves Galactus and goes off Earth. So a lot of people seem to think that Galactus and these kind of cosmic entities aren't going to be introduced till after Secret Wars, which if you do go by the celestial part of the Eternals movie, I mean, right at the end of the movie, the reckoning is coming, the judgment is coming. Realistically, we should be getting Eternals 2 and Shang-Chi 2 and Doctor Strange 3 and Spider-Man 4. So many movies before Secret Wars to the point where Secret Wars can't really be justified till like 2030. So this article goes on to say, whilst Frankie Ray first appeared in the Fantastic Four issue in 1975, created by writer Roy Thomas. And it goes on to say, let's be honest, giving Galactus a female herald fits with Feige's approach to Captain Marvel Phase 4 and beyond, and the rumors about the Fantastic Four, which we briefly went over. Regarding the latest wannabe Twitter scooper, My Time to Shine, hello, said this. But realistically, they're just stealing someone's information from 3 years ago. Don't come at me. I'm just literally reading what this article says. Galactus Herald is going to be in the MCU Fantastic Four. In a female version, the account didn't specifically name Frankie Ray as the character, but again, previous rumors have said stuff. So generally what happens in the wannabe Twitter scuba community is people will use old information over and over again, and because these projects are so ahead of time, that by the time we get to this project, I don't even know how this account has any credibility, because let's be honest, let me just go off on a tangent, okay? Even the most reliable Twitter scoopers have less than a 25% hit rate of getting information right. Could it be a female Silver Surfer? Now, it could very well be possible with Feige's plans to gender swap Silver Surfer or another herald, but using Frankie Ray Nova seems more likely. Also, not to be confused with the Nova character that should have been introduced in the Guardians of the Galaxy or Richard Rider version of Nova. Frankie Ray isn't a Nova, but seems to use the name reference. A star going Nova as she. It looks like she's on fire. She's also got her powers from the android version of the Human Torch. So, I mean, it is what it is, realistically. If it's female, it is. If they're going with this agenda or political move, I don't really like to talk about that kind of things, but it does look like Marvel is trying to push more female characters, which if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then it flops. So, also in the news. So, as we know, Marvel's is coming out very soon. I've been very pinnacle on it, but a lot of people don't listen to the whole video because I'm actually looking forward to that movie because I think the way it ends is really cool. So recently, what happens is reoccurring old leaks come out again. So the most potent version and original version of Kang the Conqueror is rumored to make a special appearance in the Marvels. Well, we know we have the Victor Timely version currently in Loki Season 2. So could we see the most evil, the most prime version of Kang who I still believe the most prime version of Kang should be Kang the Conqueror. But if you want to go by most recent rumors, and if you watch Ant-Man 3, right at the end, it looked like Kang the Conqueror got sucked somewhere. So I hate to say it, but these wannabe Twitter scoopers come out and go, yeah, the prime version of Kang is actually going to be the Beyonder. Now, the Beyonder is very important to Battle World and the Secret Wars in the comics, but then again, so is Doctor Doom. So do I believe this information that the Beyonder is going to be the most strongest, the actual prime version of Kang? I don't know. Marvel obviously introduced Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man 3 for a reason, but season 2 of Loki, you should go back and watch that because that will tell you a lot more information that you already know, but you didn't think there was any context. But after Loki season 2's come out, I mean, like after every episode's ended, you'll see the context. So potentially Kang in the Marvels, but we know there's going to be an incursion, so that is going to have to happen. So Tom Holland's Spider-Man is reportedly going to be filming Spider-Man 4 late 2024. Okay. Now, to be fair, this Twitter scooper is quite reliable when it comes to trailers. When it comes to actual reports and exclusive info, not as much, but he's still more reliable than 95% of these other wannabes. So this report, I mean, it says it comes from Daniel RPK, says Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Jacob is attached. Now, if that's the case, I think the ending of No Way Home, where they forget who Peter Parker is and they forget who Spider-Man is, I think that's going to be retcon very soon. Oh, the necklace! Zendaya, MJ had the neck. Okay, I think it's going to be retcon. Now, I did go on to see that Daniel RPK didn't say John Watts is attached to it. Now, just because John Watts was successful and did the other movies doesn't necessarily mean he should come back to do the fourth. But if it ain't broke, don't break it and don't change it. Me, personally, I would prefer to see Black Cat appear in Spider-Man 4 and be the new love interest for Peter Parker Spider-Man, or have Gwen Stacy. I mean, I'm a fanboy of Zendaya. Zendaya's great as MJ, but we need that Gwen Stacy appearance. We need Felicity Black Cat. Make it freaking happen. So, as we know, apparently in Deadpool 3, what's going to happen is everything's going to crash, everything's going to die, the incursions are all coming, and essentially from every universe, they're going to pick one hero. And allegedly, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going to be the hero from the main Earth 616. So, in theory, Spider-Man 4 has to come out before Kang's Dynasty and Avengers 6. But what I find fascinating is, it's all right, these people going, yeah, Spider-Man 4 is going to start shooting next year. Okay, actors strike, nothing's freaking shooting at the moment because there is no production happening anywhere. Why is there no reports of when Avengers 5 is going to start kicking in? Why is there no reports of Doctor Strange 3? Because you know, the incursion and Doctor Strange 2, he went away with Clea, looked like he went to Dark Dimension. Doctor Strange could be the villain of the multiverse saga. Doctor Strange is so freaking important. Shang-Chi, these 10 rings, he's supposed to be so freaking important. They introduced him just after, I think, 2020, during, you know, what happened in the world. But we haven't seen Shang-Chi. What is the point of Marvel trying to introduce these new Avengers? Okay, he's not technically Avenger, but I guess he will. Saying, oh, these 10 rings are so important. The same with the Eternals, introducing the Eternals, going, oh, they couldn't do anything. They couldn't take down Thanos because of reasons, and then not bring him up. So it's already going, oh, Robbie Downey Jr., Iron Man, Chris Evans, Cap, they're all coming back. But Captain America's coming back as Hydra Cap, which would be cool, I guess. But it's all right if you're trying to set with these new characters like, oh, Hawk Girl, played by Hailey Steinfeld. Okay, cool. She's not been seen since. If you're going to set something up, Feige, and I do believe the report in the book by, I think it's Joanna Robinson, that there wasn't any ever plan for the Infinity Stones because you've got all these singular storylines that could attach to each other, but they're not. So yeah, I do believe Spider-Man 4, and with the sharing arrangement and with the arrangement that Sony has to actually keep hold of Spider-Man, they do have to keep releasing Spider-Man movies, but technically it's not Sony's fault. There's actor strike and writer strike. Couldn't have been prevented. Why did I say writer strike? Well, because that's only recently ended. The actor strike's been going on for 3 months. Marvel has so much freaking potential, and Spider-Man makes over $1 billion a year in merchandise sales. And let's be honest, No Way Home banged mainly because of Tobey and Andrew. And as we know, Tobey Maguire is going to be the hero from his universe, and Andrew's going to be his from his, and Wolverine's Hugh Jackman's going to be his from his, and Deadpool's going to be his from his. And it just sounds like every freaking insane character is going to appear in Secret Wars, and then we're going to be, after Secret Wars ends, they're going to be a soft reboot, and there's going to be a new Earth. And ironically, this book also says that Feige's going to keep what he wants and get rid of what he doesn't want. okay, cool story. That's essentially what they did after Endgame. After Endgame, it was kind of a soft reboot, but not really. So it's very interesting where the future of Marvel's going. I do see a lot of comments going, yeah, Marvel's freaking dead. No, Marvel's not dead. They just haven't really progressed anywhere with stuff they've done recently, which I find fascinating. And then you get these jokers coming out going, oh yeah, Tom Holland's Spider-Man fighting Tom Hardy Venom. It's going to happen sooner than you think. Well, sooner than you think. It's not going to happen in Venom 3. And now Sony are reportedly going to be delaying Venom 3 because of the actor strike. So what? You're going to say Tom Holland Spider-Man is going to fight Tom Hardy Venom in Spider-Man 4? Oh, well, that's what everyone thinks. I mean, they kind of did it, bring Venom to the MCU at the end of No Way Home, but then they literally retconned it. But then if you look at the leaks, for the start of the next Venom movie, it looks like it's still canon. It looks like that scene still took place. And then if you look at the book, it also says that every Marvel live version, animated version, the Sony Spider-Man universe, and the MCU, it's all gonna be canon. So I hate to burst your little bubble. My Time to Shine is actually a guy. I tell you, if you ever find out who's behind that account, yeah, very interesting. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But Venom 4, if we get that far, Venom 1 and Venom 2 did well. Even though Venom 2 didn't do as well, it still did well. Everyone will be expecting Tom Hardy Venom, Tom Holland Spider-Man to fight to the death in Venom 4. If not, Andrew Garfield, because there has to be a Spider-Man in that universe. And the fact we're getting Madam Web, and that's going to be about Spider-Geddon, and there's so much freaking potential. They don't necessarily have to be independent on the other, but as long as the multiverse is around, everything will always connect in a roundabout way. So I know sometimes I'm kind of negative about Marvel, although people think I'm never negative about Marvel, and I'm only negative about DC, and it's so obvious to me who actually watches the channel, because I'm actually more negative about Marvel, because they've got so much potential that they're not realistically doing anything with. But it's going to be freaking cool. Now, we spoke about so much in this video that I've got no idea where the freaking hell the title's going to go. But it's a good time to be a Marvel fan at the moment. We've got the Marvels coming up soon in a few weeks, ending a Loki, and then we've got no Marvel content for such a long time. Oh, but we've got Captain America 4 that no one asked for. Literally no one asked for. So also, the most recent video game came out. Cool, Marvel Spider-Man 2. Have you been playing it? Pretty cool game. No spoilers down below, guys. Spoiling video games sucks. Spoiling movies, acceptable. Video games, no. So we have been playing a bit of that. I may stream a bit of that on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/WashedYou. So that's it for this video, guys. Let me know. God, this is going to take ages to edit. Let me know everything down below, guys. Check us out on Instagram at WashedYou to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful face. Check us out on Twitter, WashedYouG. And I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.